Hello, you're watching Enemy. I'm Jordan Bassett, and we're here with Squid.
Hello. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Squid. How are you on this very hot Glastonbury day?
Very hot.
Really hot, but very good.
Quite rested today, actually.
Quite rested. Good on you. All right, so you were saying earlier it's about your 4-year anniversary.
Yeah.
That's sweet. What a way to celebrate.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty mad that we're kind of playing here. I don't think we ever really thought that it was going to happen, but. Yeah,
Did Glastonbury feel like a thing? You know, like a goal to achieve ever at any point?
I kind of thought about it last year and then shrugged it off because I didn't think it would ever happen, but now it's happened.
That's
So
great.
it's so good.
Yeah, Arthur was saying that, like, you wanted the first time you've got, like, to go to the festival to be the first time that you're playing as well.
I couldn't afford it
Right.
for so long, so I just refused to buy a ticket for ages. And then last year I said to Tash and Ina, our managers, let's go to Glastonbury.
Right.
Let's do it. And they were like, nah. I was like, not yet. Like,
That
no,
is-
we're going.
Well, that is a convoluted way to go about getting a Glastonbury ticket, but congratulations. So Squid has a very distinctive sound, and so 4 years down the line, did that come fairly immediately, or has it been a lot of twists and turns to arrive at where you are?
Yeah, it's been like 4 years of constant kind of changing. It only kind of like settled into what it is maybe
Okay.
a year and a bit ago, maybe, or something.
So what was Squid 1.0? What did that sound like?
We were playing in a little jazz venue in Brighton.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was like piano and like lots of electronics, like ambient stuff. But we kind of wanted to play in another venue that didn't have to have a piano in it, so we started playing some more shows, and it changed.
You can't really move a grand piano around kind
Right,
of
wow.
the Moth Club or
Very-
Old Blue Last.
Very pragmatic band, Squid. That's what I'm getting. Want a Glastonbury ticket? Gonna have to be Squid. You want to play a different venue? You're gonna have to be a different band.
There's still a couple of songs lurking that we can't play because of the grand piano. So
Okay, so there are like at the moment, it feels like there's lots of sort of like post-punky bands and really inventive, interesting things. Black Midi springs to mind. Does that feel to you like a scene, or is it more like disparate than that?
It's a scene in like the sense that we're all kind of we're all like similar age and kind of blowing up a little bit at the same time. It feels nice that that's all going on at the same time. But
Yeah.
I don't know if there's kind of, I feel like everyone's quite individual about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of,
The music's also different as well. So.
You share a producer with Black Midi.
that is true, yeah.
That is true.
Dan Carey.
And he has some quite inventive sort of production techniques, I've heard. What can you tell us about that?
Smoke machine, lasers. To get the right take, you kind of have to turn the lights off and turn the smoke machine and lasers on. I think that's what we did once or twice with him. It kind of works.
Also on when we were recording our EP, there was a day that was Arthur Day.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about that? Well, Dan he's a creative improviser, so we don't plan day by day.
Right.
We just do things as they come up. And there was one song called The Cleaner, which has lots of parts from myself on that you probably can't even hear most of them on the track. But I did one, and then he'd want to do another. Then I did that one, and he'd want to do another and another. And these guys sat around laughing at me, having
For
coffee.
about 8 hours, just Arthur doing layers and layers of cello and maraca and conga and anything he could get his hands on.
Really twisting the story.
Yeah, there's no congas, sorry.
So what is the sort of cumulative effect of these unusual recording techniques? What does it help you to unlock?
I think it just like it.
Just energy pretty well.
Yeah, and like just makes you relaxed as well. Like it's like no pressure. It's like Dan's never like, right, we need to do that bass part again. It's
Right,
not going to
yeah,
sound
yeah.
perfect. He just kind of, gives off a good atmosphere in the studio, kind of easygoing.
And you mentioned the EP. What can you tell us about that?
It's coming out soon on Speedy Wonderground. It's their first EP release,
Cool.
which is kind of cool. It's got 4 tracks on it. It's a bit weird. it's not really like Houseplants that much.
Okay.
But
In what way?
I don't know. We've got like an ambient track on there,
Okay.
and Arthur Day. There was lots of cello. So
So it's Houseplants. Let's talk about that, because that got very big for you. Did you see that come in? Did you think, oh yeah, we've got one of those songs now?
No, not really. Just, I mean, seeing it being played on the radio as much as it did was pretty mad. But I'm not really sure.
When we first recorded it, we were all quite scared of it because it was so fast than we'd ever played it, and it was like nothing we'd ever recorded before.
Right.
So I didn't listen to it for weeks. Like usually when we record something, is you kind of want to listen to the mixes or see how your parts came out, but I didn't want to listen to it at all. And then I did a month later on a bus going to the cinema, and I just listened to it through, and I was so happy and so pleased that it was done, and it was as like it really made me smile a lot when I listened to it. So I think by that point I was like, yes, I don't want to touch it anymore. I'm really happy to throw it out, and I'm really interested to see how people perceive it, because it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's crazy. Can't believe it.
So what is that song actually about? Because there are, people say it's like a sort of millennial anthem, and it's like taking the piss out of, skint people in their 20s, doing up the houses, making them look nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was just kind of just like working quite a good job in London, and like still not really getting any money, and like everyone around is just kind of like, I don't know, just like obsessed with like Houseplants. Just like, I was like, how have you got the money to do that?
Go down to Urban Outfitters and get your overpriced aloe vera.
Yeah, exactly. Go in the summer sale maybe.
Just go to B&Q.
But I do actually have houseplants at home. It's kind of like, if anyone actually saw that.
But is it just like a sort of piss-takey song to you, or are you actually channeling some sort of frustration at, like what you said, like working all the time and not really having much to show for it?
I don't think I feel that frustrated anymore, because now we just do this, go to festivals and get drunk all the time. But at the time it was definitely like, it was just tiring, just like day in, day out, kind of like working for like nothing really, and just like, I don't know. I think it is like mainly about London as well. It's just really not for me. I've moved away now.
You prefer Brighton?
Well, I'm back in Bristol now. So,
okay, all right, okay.
Back with my people.
We noticed that at the Great Escape there were a lot of sort of like Marky Smith inspired bands. Is that an influence that you recognise, or?
Love the Fall. I don't see a whole lot of their music in ours, but they're definitely an influence to some extent, I think.
I think it's hard with that because I can never even decipher Marky Smith's lyrics, because he just drools, he just or he's like pissing himself or something, and because their constant lineup change as well. It's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of see the similarity there in the fact that like everything that we make wants to be kind of different from the last thing. So I guess so. Okay,
and finally, you're playing twice
tonight.
You're playing any other time this weekend, or?
Yeah, tomorrow as well.
3 times. Wow.
At the Williams Green Stage tomorrow, which is going to be great.
Great.
It's going to be tiring.
What else are you going to get a chance to say anything while you're here?
On
BCUC.
BCUC.
Okay.
Today.
Is that today?
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Right.
Is that at the park?
We've got time.
You got time, guys. You're all right.
And,
don't worry, they're going to be okay.
Kylie.
Hey, of course.
And maybe Miley actually as well. That'd be fun.
Brilliant.
Oh, and also finally, Keane live at the acoustic stage. It's going to be pretty much the highlight, I think.
Mate, they're
Whisperer.
talk about an exclusive. Big Keane fans.
Somewhere in Reno for the come down.
What do you love about Keane, actually?
Well, I think musically it's just so safe and nice that I feel exactly like what you're saying. Music for the come down.
Like homely.
Yeah.
Is that what
Homely. Yeah. Exactly.
Brilliant. All right. Well, catch Squid 3 times this weekend, or the Keane set. Bye.
Cheers.